We gon' win, we gon' win, we gon' win, yeah. Trust me. Lucifer, this ain't what you came here for. Fighting war against the people is evil, deceitful, and you can't keep us down. We fly eagles. Lucifer, your time is up. If you fight against us, it's 144,000 of the people. We gon' crowd upon that mountain and defeat you. Ooh, Lucifer. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh. We gon' win, we gon' win, we gon' win, yeah.
They shooting, they shooting, they shooting. They killing, they plotting, recruiting. They don't ask no questions like Newton. Rehearsing they deaf in they music. Don't want no sex, but they throwing up sex. Dead in the flesh and it's stupid. It's a hell of a mess when you watching your steps and you can't get no rest, but you do it. See, you gon' get left and you knew it. Be taking your breath in the sewage. When your gun jam up and you put your hands up, but they don't get past it, they shooting. So you gon' be laid up and they gon' keep moving. Fly with your grave up demonically ruling. For the right price, they turn on you later. You dealing with haters, now who are you fooling? Yourself, nigga.
We gon' win, we gon' win, we gon' win, yeah. Trust me. Lucifer, this ain't what you came here for. Fighting war against the people is evil, deceitful, and you can't keep us down. We fly eagles. Lucifer, your time is up. If you fight against us, it's 144,000 of the people. We gon' crowd upon that mountain and defeat you. Ooh, Lucifer. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh. We gon' win, we gon' win, we gon' win, yeah.
Good evening, everybody. You watching A Million Hits with a Thanksgiving report, a homicide report, actually. And it's fortunate, and it's a good thing, but... Ooh, 79th and Avalon, we got a shooting. But I do want to, as we respond to that call, talk about the suicides. Because we don't have any homicides, but we got suicides on the rise, both in the brown and black community. Interesting enough, on 51st and Compton, there was a male Hispanic who fired multiple gunshots into his family members, you know, shooting them and, you know, then turning the gun on himself and, you know, unfortunately ending his life. But fortunately, the family is going to turn out okay, because, you know, he shot his wife, he shot his kids, he shot I think someone else in the family, whether or not if it was his nephew or you know, maybe his sister had some kids by somebody else, but it was altogether about 5 people shot. And at a time when you're supposed to be enjoying your Thanksgiving, this is a family who is mourning the loss of, you know, their father, their uncle, and so on and so forth. And I mean, you know, you probably think about suicide Well, no matter how hard things are getting, you know, you should get counseling, getting help before it even goes to picking up a gun and ending your life. You know, so really want to give a gone and never forgotten to the family over there on 51st and Compton Ave. You know, my understanding, people were saying they just had a party over there. Some love members expressed, some friends and family and love members expressed that there had been problems in the area before, but you know, I guess they didn't, you know, really, you know, get the police involved in time enough. So definitely want to do a follow-up on this story on 51st and Compton Ave. In another case, things got really hectic outside of 77 police station. 77th division had a shooting where a person in a car, you know, after shooting his girlfriend in the valley, drove from the valley all the way down to 76 and Broadway on the side of 77 Division Police Station, and tried shooting himself, I guess in the upper torso and the stomach area, but police responded in time, from my understanding, you know, to get this guy medical attention. But you know, his girlfriend is in critical condition at a hospital out in the valley. I guess she's gonna probably be transferred to, you know, Harvard, UCLA, or USC, where she can get you know, better help on her surgeries, because she got shot multiple times by this individual. And then again, it goes back to shooting family members, then them trying to shoot themselves. You know, if people don't feel your pain, you know, and you're the only one that's feeling pain, yeah, I think it's rather selfish to take someone else with you. You know, if you're gonna do it, hey, you know, get it over with. But whenever you shooting a lover or a family, you know, who don't really have nothing to do with nothing, you know, it just concerns me. It's just the sign of the times. You know what I'm saying? It's getting really biblical. It is kind of hard to explain, but from kids to wives to girlfriends and domestic issues, they are on the rise this holiday, you know, when people are not able to work and bring home the turkey, the presents. They get real depressed. You know, there are places that give out food, and there are places who will give presents to those who need that assistance. You don't necessarily have to kill your family because of stress, unless you have a mental issue and you've been already sickly thinking of that. But sort of demonic in a sense, you know, and that's why Lucifer can't win in this case, because, you know, you got to definitely talk to the devil and you know, check him sometime, because, you know, devils have a tendency of thinking that the positive people are not, you know, demon slayers. But unfortunately, in the world like this, you got the good against the evil. So definitely hope she gets well real soon. I hate to hear the tragedy of a young lady having to fall victim to a person who is in a relationship and can't take, you know, I guess his heart and his feelings. So big gone and never forgotten to the young lady who was shot out there in the valley. I hope she gets better. Well, I do want to say this next one sort of surprised me, because me and Mia from In Action Entertainment showed up on Slauson in between the 110 freeway and Fig, and announced to us there's a guy on the freeway overpass ready to jump. You know, and mind you, when we got there, it was, you know, all these police all over the place telling us to get back, don't say nothing to them, and it was this, you know, firemen trying to break out these big giant bags to throw under him and move it around, and he's moving around because he don't want to hit the bag when he jump. And they had to have a team actually on the freeway. They stopped the whole 110 freeway, by the way, north and south side on the 110, and assembled a hostage negotiator, and along with a team that can kind of walk up to him and negotiate. So in this case, they're actually pulling in the airbag as we speak, and they're sort of timing this as, you know, the jumper is, you know, not aware that there is an actual airbag being deployed up under him. So they put it into position, and hopefully he'll give up, and there's probably a hostage negotiator at the top of the actual freeway negotiating with this individual. But a lot of the cases I've been to, they end up not jumping, from my understanding. So, and then you find some who are more serious than others. So, just want to put out a you know, let's think about the holidays. I know times are rough, but we definitely don't want to be on the freeway looking to jump off the 110. So it's your boy Nash Baker. You watching Million Hits. Mia.
Missing in action. In action.
In action.
Yes,
what's up. And we're going to monitor this closely. Hopefully we don't get kicked out, but if we do, we got the footage. Peace. Now, initially, from what I heard, it started as a traffic stop on the freeway. And this person jumped out the car and ran, and he didn't want to go to jail, whether or not he was wanted in another state or locally. I guess, you know, he ended up going to jail anyway. But funny thing, because not funny as laughing at him, but he was on the phone the whole time talking with an individual, I guess pleading with them to understand that he wanted to jump. So I guess they were able to talk him down, and a few people that was standing next to us sort of got involved in talking to him and telling him don't do it as well. So definitely looking for this young man to get some help, because jumping off the freeway is definitely not the answer for any problem that you need to solve, because hitting that concrete could really, you know, it don't necessarily have to kill you. You could still have vital signs, and they end up reviving you in a wheelchair all your life. So again, I mean, I just think God is the best judger when it comes to certain things. I wouldn't end my life because of a situation of stress and so on and so forth. So yeah, suicides are definitely on the rise. Both black and brown are surprising me, like literally surprising me. And last but least, I want to get into some other news. Got some rap beefs in the industry. Game came out to South Central LA and did his video on Stocker and Crenshaw. Not sure, you know, what the video's about. You know, some recent beefs that he has with Meek Mills, you know, and Meek Mills, of course, you know, out of you know, Gayback or Maybach, whatever you want to call him, you know, music is basically, you know, a rat. That's what Game said. So he's a rat. You know, he got caught, I guess, getting involved with some business that didn't really involve him. But that's his beef. And I have personal issues with Maybach or Gayback music. You know, it took a while for me not to get into the dissing part of it, but you know, Rick Ross, the fake one, you know, called himself a Mason at one point or the other, and sort of tried to put us, you know, with the GDs, you know, to start some sort of beef between the Masons and the GDs. And it was clearly a sign of COINTELPRO. And for those who don't know what that means, when agents work, they try to turn organizations against organizations. But I caught him, basically caught him on a red carpet before he inserted his full plan in 2011, and asked him, was he a Mason? And you know, he said no. And you know, I put that out because he tried to, by his next album, put his face on the 6 Point Star, which is, you know, the Gangster Disciples or the Growth and Development, you know, foundation, movement, and basically it's an organization that does, you know, youth programs for the community and basically helps in their community by getting people off the street, feeding them, and housing in some cases. So I do want to say this is Nash Baker, Masonite, whatever you want to call me, and you watching A Million Hits 2016, the fall of 2016, for the gone and never forgotten. And we gotta fight Lucifer. Peace.